Good morning, students. From the last lecture, we are discussing the applications of gravitational potential. In the last lecture, we discussed first application to find the potential outside a solid sphere. Today, we are going to discuss the last application of gravitational potential, that is to find the gravitational potential inside the solid sphere. For that, consider a sphere of mass m and having radius capital R. Suppose the mass of solid sphere is capital M and capital R be the radius of this solid sphere. Now, to find out the gravitational potential inside a solid sphere, we are considering a point P. We are considering a point P which is situated at a distance r from the center of the solid sphere. Okay, then it is also considered that this solid sphere is divided into a central solid part, central solid sphere of radius r. Consider that this inner part is a solid sphere of radius r. Okay, so if the radius r, then we can say that the volume or the density of this sphere is equal to, what is the volume? The volume is equal to, it is 4 by 3 pi r cube. It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is nothing but the volume of this inner sphere. And outside the sphere, it is considered that this solid sphere is divided into the shells, number of shells having thickness dx, having thickness dx. Okay, so therefore the potential at point P is nothing but the sum of the potential due to this solid sphere of radius r and due to the remaining shells of this solid sphere. So we can say that the gravitational potential is the sum of the potential due to solid sphere and due to the total shells in the solid sphere. So how we can calculate the gravitational potential? So we are calculating two potential. First, due to the solid sphere, the inner solid sphere having radius small r, and then we are find the potential due to the shells having thickness dx. Okay, so therefore, first of all, we say that what is the gravitational potential? The gravitational potential at point P due to this inner solid sphere of radius r is equal to, it is equal to minus g into mass and divided by r. What is r? R is the radius of this inner sphere. So how we can find mass? So we know that this mass is equal to density multiplied by volume. Density multiplied by volume. If the density of the inner solid sphere is equal to rho, and what is the volume of this inner surface? It is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we can say that the mass of this inner solid sphere of radius r is equal to rho multiplied by 4 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore, the potential V1 is equal to, it is minus G into rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube, and it is divided by r, this distance r. So we can write here 4 by 3 pi r square rho multiplied by g, and this is the minus sign. So this is the potential at point P due to this inner solid sphere of radius r. Okay, consider this is equation 1. Now consider the remaining part of this solid sphere. Consider the remaining part of solid sphere by neglecting this inner solid sphere. Consider this remaining part of the solid sphere is divided into the number of shells having thickness dx, and consider such a ring or such a shell which is situated at a distance x from the center and having the thickness dx. Therefore, as we calculate the potential due to this solid sphere, we need to find the gravitational potential due to this single shell, and then we are going to integrate the large number of shells. Okay, so therefore, what is the gravitational potential due to the remaining part of the solid sphere? V2 is equal to, it is again minus g into mass and divided by distance. And what is the distance of this ring from the center? It is equal to x. Now again we calculate here mass. What is mass is equal to? This mass is equal to density multiplied by volume. Or we can also write this density into, what is volume? It is area multiplied by thickness. So this is the density rho. What is the area? The surface area of the shell, it is equal to 4 pi x square, and what is the thickness? The thickness is dx. So this is the mass of the single shell having thickness dx. Therefore we can write here V2 is equal to minus g into mass, it is rho into 4 pi x square dx, and it is divided by x. So we get V2 is equal to, this V2 equal to this x and x get cancelled, it is equal to 4 pi x dx rho into g, and this is the minus sign. This is the potential due to a single shell having thickness dx, which is situated at a distance x from the center of this solid sphere. Now we consider that this remaining part of the solid sphere is divided into the number of shells each having thickness dx. So this is the potential due to only single shell of thickness dx. Then we are going to consider the remaining part of the solid sphere, which vary from inner limit small r to the radius of the sphere capital R. Therefore we can write this V2 is equal to integration from R to capital R minus 4 pi x dx rho multiplied by g. Now we are going to solve this integration. So this V2 is equal to this 4 pi rho and g, they are constants, so we take out from the integration sign this 4 pi rho g, and what is the integration of x dx? It is equal to x square divided by 2 within the limit small r to capital R, which is equal to 4 pi rho g into this r square divided by 2 minus small r square divided by 2. Now we are going to rearrange this equation like this. This is minus sign, this is minus 4 by 3 pi rho g into 3 r square divided by 2 minus small r square divided by 2. We rearrange here 3. If we divide this 4 by 3, then there must be a multiplication by 3. So we multiply and divide by 3. So there is no difference in the equation. So now we can write here it is minus 4 by 3 pi rho g into 3 r square by 2 minus 3 r square divided by 2. So this is V2. This is equation number 2. So this is the gravitational potential at point P due to this remaining sphere except this inner solid sphere. Okay, so we know that if we need to calculate the total gravitational potential at point P, then we must add V1, that is the potential due to the solid sphere, and V2, the gravitational potential due to the remaining shells. Okay, so we need to add these two gravitational potentials like this. This V is equal to V1 plus V2. So we write here V1 is equal to, this V1 is equal to minus 4 by 3 pi r square rho g minus 4 by 3 pi rho g 3r square divided by 2 minus 3r square divided by 2. So this is the sum. We need to solve this equation. Okay, so this minus 4 by 3 pi rho g we can take common, so it is minus 4 by 3 pi rho g, and what remains here is r square plus 3r square by 2 minus 3r square divided by 2. So this is minus 4 by 3 pi rho g. Now if we multiply this 2 to r square, cross multiplication, so it is equal to twice r square, and twice r square minus 3r square, it is equal to minus r square. So we can write here this 3r square by 2 as it is, and we can write here twice r square minus thrice r square, it is equal to minus r square, and it is divided by 2. So we can write here 4 by 3 pi rho g, and this 2 is common, so we can write here 3r square minus r square divided by 2. Now multiply this equation and divide this equation by r cube. Multiply this equation and divide this equation by r cube. So we can write here minus 4 by 3 pi r cube log g into 3 r square minus r square divided by twice r cube. Okay, so what is this? Why we multiply by r cube? Because now this minus 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho, this is nothing but the total mass of this solid sphere. This is the total mass of this solid sphere. So we can write here minus m into 3r square minus r square divided by twice r cube and is multiplied by g. What is this? 4 by 3 is volume. Volume multiplied by density is equal to mass. So this is the total mass of this solid sphere. So it is equal to minus m into 3r square minus r square divided by twice r cube multiplied by g. So this is the equation for the gravitational potential inside a point inside a sphere at a point inside a solid sphere, in which this r is the radius of the sphere and this small r is the distance of the point at which the gravitational potential is to be calculated from the center. Okay, but we can take a special case here. If this point P is situated at the center, if this point P is situated at the center, then we can say that this small r is equal to 0. This small r is equal to 0. Therefore, this equation becomes v is equal to minus m into 3r square minus 0 divided by twice r cube, and this is multiplied by g. So we can write this v is equal to minus m into this r square and this cancelled, therefore it is equal to 3 by 2 r into g, or we can simply write here this is 3 by 2 r, or we can write here gm divided by r, and here this minus sign. So this is the gravitational potential at the center of the solid sphere. If we know the value of small r, then we can calculate the gravitational potential at any point inside this solid sphere. Okay, so today we discussed the second application of gravitational potential, in which we derive a relation for the gravitational potential at point P, which is inside the solid sphere, and then we see a special condition if this point P lies at the center. So this is the expression for gravitational potential. In the next lecture, we are going to see the last part of this chapter, and which is nothing but the Gauss theorem. So this is enough for today. Have a good day. Bye.